Welcome to the fairest show on television. First tonight, when it comes to the protests on college campuses, we might be worried here about the wrong thing. New video shows the anti-Israel protests sweeping American college campuses are anything but peaceful. Live pictures right now of New York City. Demonstrations at NYU and Columbia University in New York show absolutely no sign of letting up. In fact, they are growing. The president of Columbia just effectively surrendered to the protesters. The school announced mostly virtual classes for the rest of the semester. Rather than have Jewish kids come on campus and feel safe, everybody can stay at home. Protests are forming on the campuses across the Midwest, Michigan and Minnesota, as well as out west. UC Berkeley, no surprise there. Cal Poly as well, UCLA, you see them all across the map. At least 2 Republican senators say they want the National Guard deployed to the campuses to protect Jewish students. Here's Tom Cotton of Arkansas earlier.
If Eric Adams won't send the NYPD to protect these Jewish students, if Kathy Hochul won't send the National Guard, Joe Biden has a duty to protect these Jewish students from what is a nascent pogrom on these campuses.
And there's the issue. Of course, the National Guard could escort students to and from class. But what about when they get into class? Many of the Columbia faculty support the protesters who are parroting Hamas talking points. The National Guard doesn't fix that. We shouldn't worry as much about the protests as we do about the ideology driving them. Ground zero of this movement is here at Columbia University. The news networks are showing up every day, and you can see the live pictures right there. End aid to Israel. That's part of this conversation. And the news networks are calling them mostly peaceful protests, kind of like the 2020 riots. But we have new video from inside the camp at night. It shows the demonstrators strike a much different tone when they think the TV cameras are gone. Watch what happened when a few Jewish students at Columbia showed up on their own campus.
We have Zionists who have entered the camp. We are going to create a human chain. Where I am standing. So that they do not pass this point.
NewsNation senior political contributor George Will standing by with reaction. We start tonight with NewsNation's Rich McHugh, who gained rare access into the camp this afternoon. And part of this story is fascinating, Rich, that they actually don't want the media in, and they don't want to talk, at least very much, about what their beliefs are.
No, it's pretty wild, Leland. I went in there today, and they have the whole ecosystem. There's a security checkpoint. I had to show my press credentials. They have a code of conduct. There's like this hierarchy inside there. There are leaders and spokespeople. One of the spokesmen, who sounds eerily similar to the person we just heard, came over and spoke to us. I asked the question. I said, look, some of the protesters who were arrested were saying, "We are Hamas, we are Hamas." Do you align with that? Here's his response. Take a look.
Here at this demonstration, this encampment, it has always been about decolonization, anti-genocide, anti-war, and for Columbia to divest. We cannot speak to the protests or counter-protests that are happening outside of the walls of the university.
Now, I asked them if they're speaking to school administration. They said yes. They have a lead negotiator. I said, well, what are you negotiating? They said we cannot disclose that. Graduation's coming up May 15th, and what happens there is anybody's guess, Leland.
Wow. Decolonization, a.k.a. The end of Israel, would be what they view that as. Rich, thank you very much. Keep up the great work. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.